That way, when it gets to the trigger words, you guys can just kind of calm down and go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. But I will leave the timestamp for the trigger words in the description of the video. Whenever I finish editing it. Editing. So, where to begin, guys? I have kind of been in a bit of a slump with YouTube. To be honest, it's been a little bit hard for me to film because I have so much mental energy that's going into other places. I have, number one, been trying to get a job, and that is a whole nother mental stamina in itself. I have done three job interviews so far, and one of them was online. It was for Target, and I didn't get it. The other one was for a bookstore, and the last one that I did was for a gym. And I've actually never had a job before. Isn't that crazy? And I'm 18, about to be 19 years old. I've just had a lot of mental, physical issues that have kind of prohibited me from getting one. And now I feel like I'm finally better with all of my issues. So I feel like it's time for me to get one. But this isn't the first time that I've tried to find a job. Oh no. Story time. Kate Lore story time. Kate Lore. So the first time that I tried to find a job was whenever I want to say 15 or 14 years old. And I went to a fast food place called Culver's. If anyone knows what that is, I think it's mainly in the Midwest and the South. I don't know if it's any other places. You guys can let me know down in the comments. But I'm from the Midwest, so we have quite a few of them here, and I'm not the biggest fan of their food. They're kind of like custard or whatever, I don't know. It's just kind of burgers and stuff, kind of like Dairy Queen, but anyway. So I go into my first ever job interview, and I got the job immediately on the spot. And I had to do a bunch of paperwork. And I had to drop off, like, my birth certificate, like, just a whole group of other stuff. And I think it was my social security number too. But I got so scared about going and working at this job that I completely ghosted them. I put all my paperwork in, and then I was so paralyzed in fear that I ghosted them. So they kept trying to call me and shit and stuff. And I would just ignore it, and I think I blocked them on my phone. It was really bad. Guys. But keep in mind, I was only 15. I was pretty young. So you do a lot of things that you regret whenever you're 15. I don't really regret that because I don't think that I was ready. So then, with my job career searching, I took off a few years. I didn't look for anything because I was going through a really tough time. And last summer, whenever I turned 18, I tried to work at Sonic. And I did better that time. I actually showed up. I showed up to work at Sonic for one hour. For 1 hour I worked at Sonic. And whenever I got there, all the people around were telling me about, like, how they've done time and how they're felons and all sitting, because this was probably in June, I remember sitting on their computer trying to do the welcoming exercises, whatever. And what happened was I felt really nauseous. So I went to the bathroom and I threw up, actually. And I called my mom to come and get me. And luckily she hadn't left, like, the area yet, really. So she came and she got me, and I quit. I texted the manager that I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I just left. And I just think that just wasn't, I don't think that fast food is really the right environment for me, because I'm really anxious and it's just too much, I think. So I've been trying to look at like retail jobs, but it's really hard. The job market sucks right now. I'm sure that anybody that's watching trying to find one knows. And I'm in my first year of college. Well, I just kind of finished it, but yeah, I'm in college right now for my associate's degree. For my associate's degree. And luckily, I have a very supportive family where I don't necessarily need to get a job, but I'm really trying so that I can start having that work experience on my resume and get a credit card and start building credit and all that. But adulting, being an adult, is hard. It really is. Like, I remember whenever I was younger, and I would want so badly to be an adult, but now I'm like, dang, being an adult kind of sucks. It does. Because I know eventually I'm obviously going to have to get a job. And it's just hard kind of to deal with the rejection of trying to get a job. Like, especially when there's one that you really, 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 really want. Like the last job that I interviewed for, I really, really wanted it because it was so close to my house, and it just seemed like such a laid-back, nice job. And it was really disappointing that I didn't get it. I mean, I don't know technically that I didn't get it, because I interviewed like a couple days ago, a few days ago, whatever. They said that I would hear back in a few days, and I guess I'll give it one more day. That's after tomorrow, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I definitely didn't get it. But it really sucks because I knew people there. I had good recommendations, and they told the people that I know that my interview went well. But I guess, I mean, you can't win all of them. But it does kind of make me sad. But I know that the perfect job is out there for me, and I will find it. I will find it. So if any of you all are struggling with that right now, just know that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And that I believe in you. 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 The other things that have kind of been going on that have made me not feel like filming are, it was just the anniversary of whenever my dad died, and his birthday. And anyone that knows about grief knows that anniversaries are kind of hard. Kind of hard. Kind of hard, kind of hard, kind of hard. And that's not something that I've really talked about much on this channel, is my dad's passing, because I felt like it wasn't that important. But he passed away whenever I was 10 years old, and I'm 18 now, about to be 19, so he passed away 8 years ago this year, and it still sucks. It still hurts. Grief is a really complex thing, because this year was actually a bit more easy for me on the actual days, but it's still a little bit hard. It still makes me sad, because my dad wasn't able to see me graduate or to see me really do anything, because he died whenever I was so young, and we had a lot of problems, and I'm not going to get into all that because it's really personal, but it's really hard whenever you have a very complex relationship with someone and they pass away. Because for my dad, whenever I was younger, I viewed my dad as like on the highest pedestal. My dad was my best friend whenever I was younger. And he was a very chill, cool, laid back guy. But he had a real like darkness inside of him that I didn't find out about until after he passed away. So it's a bit confusing because it's like whenever I have found out about things about him, it's like all I want to do is talk to him about it, and he's not there. So if you have struggles with grief, I understand, and I feel really sorry. I feel really sorry, really sorry, that's my stomach. I feel really sorry for your loss, because I think no matter who you lose, if they're important to you, it affects you deeply and greatly. Because I remember whenever that happened to me, I had to grow up very, very, very fast. And I know that a ton of people relate to having to grow up very fast due to trauma and due to other things. And it sucks, it really does, especially for things like this, where it's like, I feel like in a way I've almost been an adult for like half my life, and I've only just been an adult this year. So it's really crazy, but I have fun plans to keep me happy and excited. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to the movie theater with my best friend. And we're gonna go watch the new Final Destination movie. The new Final Destination movie. Final Destination movie. I've heard that it's really good. I am a huge fan of Final Destination. It's probably my favorite horror franchise, that and Scream. I'm sorry, my stepdad is mowing. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. My favorite Final Destination movie is the third one, and I think that Final Destination might have cost me this past job interview, because at the gym that I was interviewing at, they had tanning beds, and the guy that was interviewing me was talking about them and talking about how people were scared of them sometimes, and I was like, yeah, like that scene from Final Destination 3, and he was like, people say that more than you think. But anyway, Final Destination 3 is objectively the best one, and if you disagree, then I just don't know what to tell you. It's my favorite. I remember, I've always had kind of a thing for horror. I remember whenever I first started watching them, I started watching them with my old friend, and she would just sit there like with her eyes closed like this, and I would have my eyes wide open. But I'm really excited to see the plot. I accidentally got some of it spoiled for me though, which I'm very, very mad about, because I have gone so far to not get spoiled, and it really upsets me, but it's okay. I also have, my birthday is in a few weeks, and I'm gonna be 19, which is like crazy to me. It feels like I've only been 18 for 6 months. I guess that's kind of what it means whenever people say that it goes by so fast, and I'm like, yeah, I understand, it really does go by so fast. I don't have many plans for my birthday right now. I'm still thinking about it. I think I might go to see either the new Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans movie, which I love Pedro Pascal, he's my celebrity crush, and or How to Train Your Dragon. I wanted to watch the new Lilo and Stitch, but I've heard that it's Ridge, Brookwood Mountain. And so I've been looking at like every single Goodwill in my town for the past like 2 or 3 months, like a really long time. And I don't just want to order it online because I feel like that's less fun. Like I want to find it in person and feel that. So I've been checking all the Goodwills. And then whenever I was in Nashville, I went to this like DVD comic game store. I think it had games, yeah. And I finally found it there. Finally found it there. For like Blu-ray, I think it was Blu-ray. Yeah, it's Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight, which I'm really excited about. But what's funny is yesterday I went to Goodwill just to look around, and the movie that I got there was actually Casper. If anybody has seen that movie, it's really, really good. It's really sweet, really sweet. But they had Brookwood Mountain there. Like, what the heck? I've been looking at these Goodwills for months and months and months and months, and all of a sudden now it's there. It was really laughing in my face. It was really, really awful. I was really mad. I was like, what the heck? I paid like $6 for this, and I could have gotten it for $1. But that's pretty much been the recent events in my life lately. So, let's get on with the trigger words to help you sleep. And thank you for listening to my rambles. Okay. Starting with our trigger words. We have roasted, toasted, coconut. 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 Okay. And buttered brown sugar. Buttered brown sugar. Buttered brown sugar. Buttered brown sugar. And silky, sleepy, syrup, 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 and puffy, powdered pastries. Puffy, powdered pastries. Puffy, powdered pastries. Puffy, powdered pastries. And crisp, caramel, crunch, frosty, fluffy flicks, 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 frosty, 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 fluffy, 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 fluffy flicks, 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 flicks. Murmuring morning mist, 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 morning mist, morning mist, glimmering golden glow, 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 glimmering, glimmering, glimmering golden glow, 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 glow. Dusted, dreamy donuts, dusted, dreamy donuts, dusted, dreamy donuts, dusted, dreamy donuts, 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 dusted, dreamy, 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 dreamy donuts, donuts, cuddly, cuddly cotton clouds, cuddly, cuddly cotton clouds, cuddly, 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 cuddly cotton clouds, cuddly cotton clouds, cotton clouds, cotton clouds, fluffy, fluttering, frosting, 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 peppermint powdered puff, 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 puff. Sweet sizzle spark, sweet sizzle spark, sweet sizzle spark, sweet sizzle, 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 sizzle. Kind of sounds like I'm saying sizzle. Sweet sizzle spark, 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 spark. Tinkly, tinkly toasted toffee, tinkly toasted toffee, tinkly, 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 tinkly toasted toffee, tinkly, 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 tinkly toasted toffee, tinkly, 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 tinkly toasted toffee, tinkly toasted toffee, Snuggly snowflake, snuggly snowflake, snuggly snowflake, snuggly snowflake, snuggly, 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 snowflake, 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 snuggly snowflake, snuggly snowflake, snuggly snowflake, suddenly, snuggly snowflake, snuggly snowflake. Luscious lemon lullaby, luscious lemon lullaby, luscious lemon, luscious lemon, luscious lemon lullaby, luscious lemon lullaby, luscious lemon lullaby, luscious, 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 luscious lemon, luscious lemon, luscious lemon, luscious, luscious, luscious lemon. Mellow midnight marshmallow, 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 mellow, 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 midnight, 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 marshmallow, 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 marshmallow. Flickering fairy fizz, flickering, 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 flickering fairy fizz, flickering fairy fizz, flickering, flickering, flickering fairy fizz, flicker, 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 flickering fairy fizz, flickering fairy fizz, flickering fairy fizz, giggling gummy grapes, giggling gummy grapes, giggling gummy grapes, giggling gummy grapes, giggling, 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 gummy, 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 grapes, 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 grapes. Twisted twirly taffy, twisted twirly taffy, twisted twirly taffy, twisted, 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 twirly, 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 taffy, taffy, taffy. Cozy candle crinkle, cozy candle crinkle, cozy candle, cozy candle crinkle, cozy candle crinkle, cozy candle crinkle, cozy, 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 candle crinkle, 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 crinkle. Hush, honey, hush, 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 hush, honey, hush. Okay, now we're gonna do some single words. Some single words, some single words, some single words. Linger, 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 linger. Just let it linger. How does that song go? Dun, 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 dun. I think it's by the Cranberries, if I'm not wrong. But let it linger, 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 linger. Just let it linger. Just let it linger, 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 linger. Glisten, 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 just glisten, 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 glisten. Sprinkle, 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 tinsel, 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 tinsel. Mellow, 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 mellow. Bubble, 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 flicker, 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 flicker. Just flicker, 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 flick, 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 flick. Sizzle, 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 just sizzle, sizzle, let's just sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Feathery, 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 feathery. Just like a feather, just like a feather, just like a feather, just like